Hey everyone. I wanted to be a reminder of something very important, that my energy, as each of our souls are, but my soul, my energy, it has proven and shown to me over the years, because it's an unfolding of the self, that I am here to stand for certain things, because I am here for the light shift of our reality. So it's good to have a think about that to yourself, what your life is unfolding and what you will stand for and what you won't. It was one of the biggest questions I can remember being asked of me when I had a spiritual mentor, going from the traditional expectational lifestyle of conforming to what happens at this age and what happens at this age, you know, this kind of human tradition expectation on you. And that wasn't enough for me, so I had a spiritual mentor, so someone in the field that had walked the same sort of path as all of us humans are doing when we stop at different periods of our life and analyze, am I happy, or am I doing things that perhaps my parents did or relatives or friends are doing, and it just, something about it isn't fitting for me, and I don't seem to be able to live like a full happy existence. There's something else, you know? So this is the soul energy. And so the biggest question was, find out what you actually stand for. If you are digging deep and you don't know what that is, then that's the question for you in ongoing life. Create the lifestyle where you invite yourself to say, journal about it. What is it that I truly love? Like, not have to have love. Like, what is it that I truly admire when people do, that I realize I need to be doing, like I need to be doing more of. And so essentially I'm getting to the point that I can't live without being a representation of, no matter who you are, everyone is a light and has their own voice. Because the whole reason why my soul was breaking out of that old routine of the way we live, where you have eyes of expectation, and that's the energy field. Why aren't you doing this? You know, having a big family, or having this, or doing this. You have to find that voice, and you realize more and more that you can't live without it, that you can't have people tell you how things are going to go. And so with that, if it's something your soul can't live without seeing, and it is an activism side of you, meaning you're here to stand for that change, you see the purpose in it, you can't live without being your true self. So you do have like for this light shift, we do have that strong light purpose that is a consistent, like the light is supporting us, and it's consistent. So you stand for that. And if you stand for that, it doesn't matter what you're doing in the realm of activism, like you're activating yourself in any area of life. It doesn't matter how that shows. It matters that you're being it. And it just becomes natural, like a solar plexus feeling, like a supported, that's who I am. My heart shines out that. And then that comes out in your soul's expression, however it comes out. Because I'm not one to, unless I have to and my soul is telling me or directing me at the time and like it fits well, I'm not one to go into a group and feel that sort of fighting energy pushback, although I wouldn't say no to it if my soul was leading me to that timing and the message of it. Yeah, my soul light is just, we're all different in that respect. So it doesn't matter how it's coming out, it matters that you're being it. You recognize it in yourself and you just naturally are it wherever you are. You will feel like an unease if someone's being treated, say, unequally. You know? Because planet Earth, what wasn't and isn't meant to be, the design of it isn't meant for like rulership of a certain way. It is a playground that must be respected with the humans that visit, or however our design evolves. And that's that. But we have had this ongoing struggles and battles with the emotional realm of 3D, and then the bringing in of certain mentality that manipulates that and calls it life. Whereas we're here for the free space of these magical, wondrous mind and emotions at our service to create. You know, like we have that much freedom. We can wake up in the day and say, I'm going to stick to joy today. I don't care what anyone else is doing. Inside and outside, I will emanate joy because I'm standing up for feeling good, being on this planet, freedom to share this with anyone, and I will not be constricted or conformed into behaving a certain way because there's certain systems in place anywhere at all. So whether it's a silent joy that you're emanating as you get through your day, or you just let your joy out because there's a momentum there and you bring joy and light to everyone. However, your momentum of your mind choice to be in the world. And that's the miracle of energy. That could see that being in some kind of form could produce experiences from the oversight of the human design I'm coming from. That being in form produces experiences to then learn this contrast for expansion. So just a little reminder, but I think we're all sort of getting to that understanding now that if you don't like something going on, then there's always going to be the opposite that you do like, and that needs more of your focus. because it's a given that there'll always be the dark and natured. There'll always be that contrast that I don't like that feeling. So is there an opposite? There is. Well, that's where you focus your energy. And it doesn't just happen like that. So you have to use the mind and emotional bodies that you're given, include the physical body in health in that respect, to bring yourself more into the vibrations of staying in the light for the invitation of more light and your wise use of the emotional and mental body. And so because we're in a ongoing tapestry of all different choices of this is why I'm making this video, because there's certain things that our light souls have come here to represent, and it is feeling based. It is emotional and mind used by the soul rather than this is the environment we live in and there's nothing else to it, and let's keep it this way and small. But yet we're light being souls here on the planet temporarily in these bodies. So did you really come here to focus on keeping things the same and treating people a certain way? And what do you really get out of it? Okay, that's like a separation mentality, which a lot of the separators, the people who believe in this consistently, they're not branching into their higher selves. Like, they're not easily accessing the highest light perspective of being in a human form and learning what expansion truly is for a brief lifetime. They're playing in silly mind game manipulation, using their mind and emotions low for themselves, tricked and tricking each other as though they've got some kind of special web that is going to feed them enough light when yet they're already in the lower vibration. So it only takes a light evolution on the planet and all of us here at the moment to say, well, we ain't going that way. And so I have been going through, and it is a constant reminder of the shift and change from the 3D separation mentality with my ongoing twin soul flame reunion path, where on the planet there is that immature energy that says things to you like, and it is an energy, it says things to you like, don't you know who I am? So this is where I wipe that off the board. Because that's what I think of it. And the whole point of this video is because there is not one I am person anywhere. And there's plenty of them that say that. Don't you know who I am? And then you got the whole baggage of attitude that comes with it. Well, the light certainly knows who you are, trying to push down someone else or anyone else. And the light isn't here to come here and take notice of the world revolving around you. So whatever pedestal you've made for yourself, it's an illusion. And I think that summarizes it. I'm a reminder that there is no "don't you know who I am." And this is the true reminder. We are all one with the real. And you can call that I am, because there is no other description, but it is the center of all emanation. So keep it real. Keep it humble in your center. That there is no one planet just for you to rule. And respectfully, I am is everyone. So don't try and separate yourself with determined effort. Because I will not be taking you seriously. And so let's elaborate on that a little bit, because it was one of my main reasons for this reminder. So when someone says, "Don't you know who I am?" what are they actually standing up for? They would like to be inconsiderate to someone, because they think they have this rise to the forehead that then has a, I don't know, like a sign that wants to draw in attention, because that's what they think has built up the status, which really is well, in my situation, it's just so weak. That someone would play games with the "I'll have what I want from you because of who I am." So let's all take a moment in remembering the purpose and why we've come. If at all ever you speak about wanting purposeful light change on this planet. Because if you don't take a moment to remember you came here for the light shift, then you won't have full respect. And no one is going to, well, this is my reminder because I'm still getting treated a certain way that says, it will be my way and I will remind you, which is just idiotic. Because the constant reminder from myself is, and he walks the I am path and is loved and adored for all he does on the I am path. But I am the constant reminder that the I am path is treating everyone like a grown-up fairly. So there are times when we all don't see clear, and the benefit of that, and that is living in this earth experience. We do one thing, we get a certain result, it's not working, we work towards balancing it out. So that's the maturity of the ego, overbearing and then must bring balance. It's like the ego roars up, I'll have it my way, and then must be put to bed. Because at the start and the end of the day, it's going to get blunt right now, what I'm about to say. I don't give a fuck for any overbearing, egoic mannerism. And if we're going to talk I am, it would be my representation in this tattoo with the I am symbol. And all the chakra consciousness colors. Peace, love, light, harmony. And lots more. That's why I got that tattoo. So let's not forget, that's why we came. So any darkening of someone else's spirit in your aim, you're not walking that path. You're sulking for yourself on the spot because boo-hoo-hoo, the world isn't delivering constantly to you. Then when the adult has to stand up and live the I am human path, he sees life is not perfect. And we need to be participants, not dancing pedestal creators in the dark. So on ending this video, I do want us to remember that we're not here to stand up for the dark. So what I mean by that, notice when you are. So if you've been treated wrongly, badly, you know that things are going on, you have the obligation to your own solar plexus. Okay, this is your energy field, this is your lifetime, and it doesn't feel good not to be treated right, does it? Now, we don't want to branch into the ego here and stomp around and demand and join that kind of energy level, all right, which is what this person in my twin flame reunion thinks I'm doing when I'm telling his aggressive, slowed down, demand, brainless behavior when he's dropped into his ego, and he calls it I am. Like he's got this shiny part coming out of him, and he thinks that he can be supported by dark behaviors because he is the I am. The reminder: use your energy wisely. I